Hi everyone, it's Debbie back again for another edition of the Viva Divine blog on YouTube, the V-Blog. You can always read more about my experience on vivadivine.blogspot.com and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Pinterest all around the world. Okay, so if you're wondering why I'm wearing a hat that says Boss today, my girlfriend asked me to debut her hat that she bought me. So I just want to say Lisa. Okay, so the last video we talked about, we discussed a little bit about the symptoms of a spiritual awakening. And so I want to kind of do a little bit more of those so you guys can have an idea of what it feels like when you start to awaken. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I have friends and I know people who have reached out to me, and they have privately reached out to me and say, I think I've been going through something like this. I've met friends, and in having friendships with them, realized that they are also having a spiritual awakening. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people think they might be losing their minds because there's a lot of odd things that happen to you when you wake up. So that's the reason why I'm doing it. And at the end of this video, I'm going to explain to you even more why I'm doing it. Okay, so I have my trusty computer here. Let's talk about the emotional part of a spiritual awakening. One of the things that is happening is you are purging your old self out. So any issues that you have in your life, unresolved, anger, pain, hurt, frustration, deeply seated emotional issues, they're going to come to the surface. And it's not going to be pretty. Okay? One of the things that I know I experienced was this constant desire to cry, and it would hit me at the most inopportune time. I remember sitting at my desk at work, and I started to keep a roll of paper towels because I would sit there and I could feel it coming. It's coming. There is some crying coming, and I would literally pick up the paper towel, go to my car, a roll of paper towels, go to the car and cry. And then one time I did that, and a lady was sitting in her car in front of me, and she just watched me fall apart. But it's like all these emotions are going to start erupting. It's your old self, those old issues that are trying to come out. So the only thing that I found, and it was, suggested to me, was to go through the emotions, feel them, cry them out, laugh them out, write them out, find something, an outlet to direct those emotions to, because as you awaken, they are going to be there. And as you go over, it's like a hill and a valley, and you get to a point where you're going to even out. So if you're feeling those things, just trust me, it does get better. It really does. Okay. Oh wow, I really like this one. Okay. I cannot stay out of the park. I want to go outside, and I want to be around people or nature. And it's a thing about grounding yourself. When you were a child and you played, I don't know about you, but I know with me, I grew up in the West Indies, and I ran around barefoot all the time, in the grass, on the dirt, climbing the trees, feeling nature. You are very connected to it. And so one of the things that you want to start doing, or your soul starts craving, is this grounding work, this connection to nature. And so you're going to start wanting to go outside and just sit in the park and probably not do anything but just put your feet in the grass, just watch out for the boo-boos from people's dogs, and just feel nature. Go to the beach, walk on the sand barefooted, get in the water. If your beach is nicer than Galveston, but you know what I mean? You're gonna have to get grounded, and that's one of the things that's gonna start to pull at you when you spiritually awaken. Now, this video might be a little bit shorter than normal because I wanted to get to one of the most important parts for me about spiritual awakening. And it ties into why I'm doing this. I've had a lot of people ask my friends, is Debbie okay? She's going through this like really weird phase in her life, and is she all right? Never been better. One of the most profound things that I've experienced while having a spiritual awakening is figuring out what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. For many, many years, I watched other people do some amazing things. Businessmen, you know, businesswomen, artists, musicians. I just saw them, all my friends, doing all these wonderful things with their lives. They found their purpose, but I could never figure out what I was supposed to be doing. When I woke up and I started going down this road, I started asking, what is it that I'm supposed to do before I die on this planet? And at first I thought, well, maybe I could be the kind of person that organizes fundraisers and helps people, because I really love helping people who are without, like homeless people or battered people. And I would try that, but it never seemed to pan out. Well, I kept asking, what is it you want me to do? And then one day I was sitting down in my living room, and a voice just kind of said, what have you been doing all your life? What is it that you love to do? What do you love to do? And I was like sitting there going, having a dumb moment with the Spirit. Then it was kind of like, I don't know. And they're like, we like to read. I'm like, yeah, I like to read. I've always liked to read. But what else have you been doing besides the reading? I like to write. I like writing. I've been doing composition, which is what I grew up calling it, all my life. I have boxes in my garage of journals that I've kept since I was in my early 20s. Consistently. I've been writing stories. I have been blogging on and off since 2006. It hit me. The writing is the purpose. The sharing is the purpose. This, what I'm doing, is the purpose to my life. And for the first time in my life, I am doing something that makes me ecstatic. I get up every day and I'm planning what to say. I'm planning out my videos. I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about the positive things I have to share with people. I'm thinking about how I can help other people who are waking up not go through such a traumatic experience. I want people to know that waking up is one of the best things that can ever happen to you. So that's why I'm doing it. This is my purpose. Okay, that was kind of heavy. Well guys, if you want to read more, like I always say, you can go to the blog, divadivine.blogspot.com, online, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, all over the place. I got a thing to do, and I'm going to do it. Until the next time, I'll figure out something to talk to y'all about, because there's so much to discuss. Have a great day. Bye.